I am an engineer and I'm about to say something that will upset other engineers. The bricklayer actually matters more than engineers. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you are going to see construction very differently and you will never ever look at a bricklayer's hands the same way again. Let us be completely honest and let's talk about the work of an engineer. An engineer actually does the structural drawing, the calculation, the plan, and even the construction itself. It is actually a brilliant work. An engineer decides how tall or how strong a column will be, how deep the foundation will go under the ground. But on the other side, a drawing cannot actually keep rain off your head. A calculation can't hold up a roof. An engineer's work itself is actually on paper. Now watch this craftsman. A bricklayer takes that same drawing and turns it into a wall that you can lean on. The carpenter actually turns the roof plan into an actual roof that can keep rain away from your head. The welder actually turns a steel detail into a joint that will actually take 20 years. The tiler, the plumber, the electrician, every one of them takes this paperwork and brings it into visualization on ground. They take the idea on paper and make it real with their two hands. Now ask yourself this honest question. Which one did you actually walk into this morning? Was it the drawing or the wall? Now, craftsmen and artisans are the most important in the engineering family. They are more when it comes to construction, and without them, even the engineers themselves can't make a building to stand. Here is the actual truth most engineers do not like to say out loud. A perfect design with no skilled craftsman to build it becomes nothing. But a skilled craftsman, even with an average design, will still put up a wall that can still stand. Because craftsmen do not just follow instructions, they solve the small problems that even drawings will not be able to pinpoint. That is the angle that does not actually match on site, the block that is not actually the size, and the position of some windows that was meant to be in some particular locations and that was neglected in the drawing. A good craftsman fixes all of that problem quietly with his skills. Now, do not misunderstand me. This is not against engineers. We actually need the calculation. We actually need the size of the column and the type of foundation we are supposed to use for that construction. But we must stop pretending that the engineers are the hero of the construction and the craftsman is just the laborer. The truth is actually simpler and more honest than that. The engineers design the idea, while the craftsman gives that idea a body. And a body will actually matter more than an idea that never gets the chance to stand up. So here is the question. If every engineer disappeared tomorrow, the building will stop improving. But if every bricklayer, welder, or carpenter disappears tomorrow, buildings will simply stop. Nothing will ever be built again, not one wall, not even the roof. That is the difference between designing the building and be the reason the building will ever exist at all. So next time you walk into a very beautiful building, remember the hands that made that building to come together. Respect the engineer for the idea, but respect the craftsman even more for the building. Now, if you agree with what I really said, I want you to like, share, and subscribe. And tell me in the comment section who is really important, the bricklayer or the engineer. See you in the next one.